back to another episode here on the Systemish show. I want to say welcome. My name is Tamika Carpenter Carlton. I am your host. If you're new to me, just put new, and if you're a return watcher, just put return. So we're going to talk about today something that's super important, which I feel like is automation, right? Automation is like the foundation of a lot of people's businesses. Not only is it the foundation of a lot of people's businesses, right? It definitely has changed the world in so many ways. Being that now we're in more of a virtual space, a virtual world, and now that the world's trying to open back up, and certain areas, COVID is still relevant. So now it's how do we build our businesses, grow our businesses, scale our businesses with automation. So I'm here to tell you all about that today. So first I want to talk about time reduction, right? Automation helps you reduce your time, right? So a lot of times we work businesses, we run businesses, and we have no time to do anything, right? Everybody has the same 24 hours in a day, right? But it's a matter of how you're spending your time, right? Sometimes you're doing repetitive tasks. You're doing tasks over and over and over and over again that you shouldn't be doing. And it's a matter of how do we stop doing that and how do we pivot and change, right? And alternate and do something different. So automation in your business, automation in your life is going to save you time reduction. It's going to save you time to do other things, whether it's spend time with your family, whether it's do the things that you want to do, travel since the world opening back up, or just remotely, read a book, relax, just get your feet out of your business, right? And it's also good when you reduce your time in anything you do because you have more time to just be you, find out who you are, more self-care time. But not only self-care time, what it allows you to do is it allows you to see that you should just be showing up. You should just be gifted in doing what it is that you're gifted to do. So if you're gifted in, whether it's being a comedian, or if you're gifted in being an author, or if you're gifted in being, a speaker, whatever it is, automation allows you to do that because it opens up and frees your time to whereas you're able to do so many other things in your business. And I love the fact that when your business is automated, right, which means that what it's doing is it's taking you out of your business and it's letting your business rely on systems, processes, and software. And when your business, responds and with systems, processes, and software, what it allows you to do is it allows you not to do a lot of the tech work, because sometimes we become so overwhelmed with the tech work that we forget that we have things that are in place that can be put in our business and that it takes us away from everything in it, right? The only thing that you might have to do from time to time or have somebody do is just update, whether it's your copy or update certain forms if you no longer either want to offer that or if you want to change some things and add some things. That's the beauty of automation. Automation is a game changer because it allows you to be anywhere in the world, right? Run your business, collect your money, serve your clients, and be able to live the life that you want to live. There's no reason why none of us should be unhappy or be in a place where we're not producing and we're not doubling our revenue because we don't have these things in place at all. Automation is something that you should have in place, you need in place, and should be the foundation of your business, right? You may have other things going on in your business that might be something that's needed, but automation is definitely needed. It doesn't matter whether you're in the beginning of your business, the middle of your business, or you've been in business for a while. You need automation, you need systems, you need processes, so whereas you're not leaving money on the table and you're not missing your clients or you're not reaching your prospects in your business. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk more about automation and changing the world. Ready, set, go. So if you're just tuning in, just stay tuning in. And if you've been watching, we're going to continue the conversation about automation and changing the world. So we've been talking about time reduction. Now we're going to talk about business competitiveness, right? Because it's super important to know that you're not the only person in your field. You're not the only person who is doing what it is that you were meant to do or serve to do, right? So you got to remember that there are so many competitors that are out there in the world, but how do you stand out from your competitors? How do you give your clients more value, or how do you give your clients that, wow, like nobody does what she does, or nobody can do what she does, right? And when you think about business competitiveness, you think about, a lot of the businesses that are out there, like Nike, like McDonald's, right? How are they different from a Chick-fil-A? How are they different from, a Reebok brand or a Jordan brand? A lot of it has to do with their marketing, right? Their marketing is different. And yes, sometimes it's paid marketing, organic marketing, but the question remains is, it's more than just marketing. It's how do you want people to remember you? And when you're in this world of being competitive, how do you want people to see you differently outside of your competitors, right? And it doesn't matter whether you're a life coach, it doesn't matter whether you're a business coach, mindset coach, whatever it is you do, or you're just a regular entrepreneur that's taking what you're doing currently in your 9 to 5 and you're pivoting over into the online space. How are you different? How are you standing out from the rest? How are you making yourself different, right? In life, we all have competitors. We all have people that are out here competing with each other. But I say the most thing that you're competing with is yourself, right? Because you know yourself better than anybody knows you, right? What is it that's making you uncomfortable? Whatever's making you uncomfortable, get rid of it, right? Because that's going to limit you and that's going to stop you to whereas you can't show up in your full you. You can't show up and be true to who you are. At the end of the day, we're only competing with ourselves, right? Any business that you have, anything that you do in life, you are your biggest competitor. Remember that. Write it down, take a picture, do whatever, look in the mirror and say, I am my biggest competitor. Because you have to wake up every day, right? You have to say to yourself, I have to be better than the day before. You do. Because when you say that you have to be better than the day before, what it allows you to do is correct what you didn't do the day before, right? And it starts within you, right? It starts within you. The fact that you're so competitive with yourself is only going to make you greater. It's only going to make you better. And the reason why I say it's going to make you better and it's going to make you greater, because it's going to allow you to do things that you never thought you can do, right? For example, you can be in the field of 1,001 life coaches, right? And yes, with life coaches, they help you with your life, they help you with things that are going on. But what is going on in your life currently right now that you can help somebody with? That's what you have to say. Because when you have life experiences and you have things that are going on within your life that you've gone through, that's a teaching moment for someone else. No one is ever perfect. I had to say to myself when I became an entrepreneur, when I got into this whole business game, this business world, right? I had to say, what experience have I gone through? What have I gone through that I'm able to help somebody else? And so many things have came up, right? And the fact of the matter is I had to realize that I love tech, I love systems, I love automation, right? So I went into the business of how am I able to balance both being a mom and being an entrepreneur and run a business. And it all for me came down to systems and automation. I have systems and automation in my business where I'm able to show up for you guys. Not only am I able to show up, I'm able to really just do everything that needs to be done, right? And not only that, what it allows me to do for you guys, right, is just engage with you, connect with you. Because I don't have to worry about, is somebody signing up for a program? I don't have to worry about is somebody signing up on my calendar. I don't have to worry about any of that because I have systems and automation to worry about that for me, right? And I'm just here with you guys, just talking, having candid conversations. This is what your clients are looking for. This is what people are looking for you to be the problem solver or the solution solver, however you consider it. Because in this world that we live in, this online space, we're in trying times, right, with COVID, because we don't know how long COVID's going to be around. People are dying every day because of COVID, and it's like the economy, is affecting a lot of people with their jobs and making it mandatory for people to have like the vaccine, making it mandatory for people to do things that they wouldn't normally have done, right? So now it's, do you let somebody else dictate what direction you go in life, or do you dictate it yourself, right? Business competitiveness is you're competing with other stuff. Like, for example, you're competing with the government. As a business owner and an entrepreneur, you can make limitless amount of money, right? Because your prices are your prices, your worth is your worth. But when you work a 9 to 5, or you have someone tell you what you're able to make, that sometimes can be an issue, because a lot of times, it's hard when you live on a certain income. It's hard when you're living on a budget and you can't do the things you love to do. Why do that? When you can live in the world and be competitive and step out and just say, listen, I'm going to reduce my time, right? I'm going to get my time back, because that's the most important thing, is getting your time back for you, right? And for your sanity of being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, because no, it's not always glitz and glamour. It's not always what you see. It's a lot of work. It is. But you're getting your time back because you're putting systems and processes in place that's giving you your time back. Because your systems are running, you don't have to worry about that. Now, if you decide to show up, you show up. If you decide to step out and do an event, you decide to speak, whatever you decide to do, guess what? Your business is still running. You're still generating money. You're still getting clients. And you're doing all of this on the strength that, listen, it will work. Yes, things are going to fail. Yes, things might not be how you want it to be. But one thing you do have to remember is that nothing is perfect. You tweak it and you change it. And when you tweak it and change it, it only gets better. Now, if it doesn't get better, then sometimes you might have to 86 it, get rid of it, and do something different, right? So if you're out there in the audience, or you're out there watching wherever you're at, and you feel like you're competing with yourself, or you're in a business that, you feel is very competitive and you don't know how to stand out from the crowd, guess what? I'm holding a 2-day challenge for you guys to come and for me to be one with you, where we're talking about ways to automate your business, boost your efficiency, right? How to turn your automation into a cash machine, right? And how to get more leads, more business with systems, right? And if that's something you need, right, go to bit.ly/read, ready, set, launch, repeat. Because this is a year of launching, repeating, and setting launches and ready to go, right? Because there's no need for you not to be launching. There's no need for you not to be putting things out there, because your systems and automations are not in place. We're not doing that. So if this is you, like I said, go to bit.ly/ready, set, launch, repeat, sign up for the challenge so you guys can get what you need and we can move forward. So we're going to take another break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk more about how automation is changing the world. Welcome back. So we've been talking about how automation is changing the world. Ready, set, go. Because you got to be ready, you got to be set, and it's your time. So we've been talking about time reduction. We've been talking about business competitiveness. Now we're going to talk about cost reduction, right? Because cost is really big when it comes to starting a business, building a business, or anything in the industry. Because yes, not everybody has money to start a business, and they feel like they need a lot of money or a lot of overhead to start a business. You don't. You really don't. There are systems and automations you can put in place that either you pay nothing or either you pay a minimal fee, right? And the reality of it is, if anybody tells you that it's not, that's false. Because as a mom of 5 children, getting into this entrepreneurial game, as you might know, a lot of my money was allocated to bills to my children. So I had to figure out how was I going to become an entrepreneur and build a business off of little to no money or little to no funds, and make sure it's set up properly. So whereas I don't have to worry about, what am I going to do if funds are not coming in, right? What am I going to do if somebody wants to sign up today or tomorrow? Am I going to have the right stuff in place so whereas I can send to them and I can function and run my business? The reality of it is, yes, you can. You can. And I'm a living proof that you can. So don't let anyone tell you that you see a lot of these gurus out here like putting a lot of money into whether it's marketing, ads, whether it's a lot of these software, these products. You might not be there yet for your business. A lot of them are there because they have a lot of the capacity, the clients that they need to serve, right? And the reality of it is you're not there yet. So whether you're starting or whether you're in the process or you've been doing it for a long time and you feel like you've been spending all this money and it's going to waste, I'm here to tell you that's not going to happen at this point. Come to the 2-day challenge and let's really work on that, right? Let me show you how you can build this out with little to no money and launch this thing, right? Because it's the fear of I want to launch, but I don't know what to do, right? Or I need all this money. You don't. You don't. Take it from experience, right? Because I wish that I would have started this entrepreneurship journey way sooner than when I did. But it just allowed me to see that cost is just a mindset thing. Cost is a mental thing, right? Because a lot of times we psych ourselves up and we say, oh, I can't afford this. Oh, I can't invest in it. I can't buy this. And all you're telling yourself is you're not ready to invest in your next level. In order for you to grow, you have to invest in your next level. Just like, when you get a coach or when you get somebody to help you build your business or do the things that you're not, an expert at doing. You have to put in some type of revenue. But if you're not in the game, how are you going to get that revenue, right? How? And a lot of times they tell you, a lot of times they tell you in the industry or they tell you in certain things around you is that, oh, well, you have to invest, for example, $1,000 in marketing. Oh, in order for you to reach this amount of people. That's not true. There are ways that you can organically grow your reach. There are ways that organically you can really get to the masses. But you have to be creative and work with somebody who's going to help you do that, right? So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter like where you are within your process. I don't care if you were in the business 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, or you're just starting. Guess what? We all have issues with systems and automation along the way. Because the systems and automation you set in process when you first start, a lot of times your business grows. And as your business grows, your systems, your processes, and your automation grow to take on the demand for more clients, the demand for more business, the demand for more prospects, the demand for more leads, the demand for more people all over the world. And that's what it is with any business. Whether you're in, for example, like the restaurant business, a lot of people you'll see have different chains all over the world. Why is that? That is because when one is growing and building and scaling, guess what? Then they'll open another one. And it's the same process over and over. It's repeat, like you're repeating it. So my question to you is, are you ready to repeat that process to make that process work for you and work for your business? I hope so. And when it comes to cost reduction, don't let people psych you up when it comes to cost. Because, mentally when it comes to cost and you think of buying anything, right? you shouldn't fear it, especially when it's for a better good. Because when you build an empire or you become an entrepreneur, what happens is that you grow, your money grows. You can build that generational wealth. You can build that legacy, right? Just like a lot of us, we'll spend $300, $400, $500 on a pair of sneakers, or we'll spend money on that Louis bag, or we'll spend money on that Coach bag. Okay, that's money you could have put into your business, and you could have got back double or triple of what you invested on something that's materialistic, right? This is the whole logic behind this like cost reduction thing and this mindset thing, is that we want to eliminate your cost. Automation is going to eliminate your costs, because when you have systems and automation running in the back end of your business, it's eliminating a lot of the middle people, right? The things that, yeah, you might want to outsource, and there's things that you don't need to outsource if it's set up properly, because it'll do the work for you. And you're eliminating your cost of your business, right? Versus you spending, whether it's $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 into something, and you're not getting anything in return. And that's what we don't want to happen for anybody in this game, anybody in this business, right? So the reality of it is, when I say automation is changing the world, it definitely is, because it reduces your time. Now you have time to travel, you have time to be with your family, and you have time to serve your clients, and you have time to build the community, build the relationships with them, right? And then when I talk about business competitiveness, the only competitiveness you have is really within yourself. You shouldn't really think about what your competitors are doing, what they're doing, because their business runs differently from how your business runs, right? It doesn't matter what industry you're in, what niche you're in, it doesn't matter about any of that. Because at the end of the day, you can have, a same niche, a same ideal audience as someone else, but your business structure is different from their business structure and runs differently, right? So business competitiveness, we don't do any of that, because at the end of the day, your business shouldn't compete with somebody else's businesses. All it should do is just grow and get better. Just like you have Nike, and just like you have Jordan. Jordan is different from Nike. A lot of people like Jordan. A lot of people like Nike. It's a matter of, does Jordan offer what I have, or do you offer, does that help your client see that brand is for them? Just like Nike. Nike's not for everybody. It's a matter of, is Nike, right, serving me? And that's how you have to look at your business. And cost reduction, right? You want to eliminate as much money as you're spending in your business. You want to eliminate what you're actually investing in to gain a better return. And that's the reality of it. Once you do a better return and you say to yourself, like, okay, I'm eliminating costs, I don't have to worry about, spending this much money on whether it's like a website, or whether it's like these graphics, or whether it's, this system, right? Because it's kind of like when you build a system, depending on if you're going to use it for a while, you don't have to rebuild the system. It's kind of like you're plugging and playing information. If you decide you want to add to it, you want to take away from it, you can. It's your personal system. And that's what this world of automation is. Creating something that is customizable to your business that works for you where you are. So that means that if you are currently at the beginning, that's okay, because you have to automate and have the systems and processes in play for where you currently are. That's it. Just like if you're established, or if you've been doing this for a while, you have to make sure your systems are running and talking and generating generating what you wanted to generate. It doesn't matter, and I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, being in the game for a while and doing the systems and automation and the back end and the tech part, it doesn't matter where you are, there are going to be loopholes, but it's a matter of, you would need somebody like myself to come in and make sure that the loopholes are being closed. Because a lot of times we need another set of eyes in our business to see those. And you can't catch everything, right? You can't. And it's okay, because clients understand that, people understand that. They don't expect you to be perfect. But what I can say is, when you have systems of automation, you should be doubling your revenue. You shouldn't be leaving money on the table. And you should have the necessary things that are going to make you look credible, make you look replicable, and make you just look like a professional individual, right? And know that at the end of the day, like, you don't have to worry about if somebody goes to my website, if they decide to purchase something from me, can they? Yeah, because you have a system and automation set up, right? Or if somebody goes to a landing page you have, oh, is this link going to work, right? These are a lot of things that you need to have in place. And when you have these things in place, it changes the whole game. It changes how automation is in the world. And that's what you really want in this world, right? So I just wanted to come to you guys today and just let you guys know that automation is changing the game. It is. If your business is not set up on automation, you need to put it on automation today, right? If your business doesn't have software, doesn't have tech, doesn't have this, right? Right? Then what you need to do is you definitely need to come to this challenge. You definitely need to, go to bit.ly, ready, set, launch, repeat, right? Because today starts now and you need to put those systems in place. You really do. Automation is changing the game, it's changing the world, and no telling how long COVID's going to be around, right? So what you want to do is you want to set yourself up now. So if COVID stays forever and they decide to shut the world down, your business is still running, right? It's running. And that's the key. And that's a super important part in anything you do, right? So if you guys are, like I said, just catching this on the back end, please go back and watch. If this is not for you, that's okay. Share, like, follow. There are more videos to come. So I want to say, no matter where you are in the world, automation is changing the game. It starts today. Put your systems in place. Put your automation in place. And guess what? Once you have all of that done, then there's no reason why you can't build, grow, and scale a successful automated business on the back end. So I want to say, you guys, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week at the same time, same channel. Talk to you guys later.